Hello, my crafty friends. I told y'all a while back that a friend of mine gave me a birthday gift and a challenge to make myself a planner and for next year. And this is what I'm going to use. This is mixed media paper, and having that as my pages I might end up changing my mind because it will be really full very quickly if I do that. But anyway, I'm beginning to plan my planner. Finally. And the thing I thought I would do today is make the sheets that are going to hold the month-long calendar. Um, I've been debating making the planner, the whole thing, like this, where you open it and you use it like this. Um, and one reason I'm thinking about doing that is because I like this orientation. Um, if you're trying to do a week on one page. I do. So I'm thinking about that, but I think I am going to do at least these monthly planner pages on that direction, and we'll see what I decide to do for the rest of it. But I think it'll work better if I put them on here like this. I'm still going to have to cut them down. And what I decided to do is I just bought a little calendar. I actually bought a big calendar, and this one was included free. So there you go. I do want to go ahead and let's take this apart so we can cut them down. Let me get a staple remover. I want to save those little pictures because I might can use that in a tiny little collage book. So we won't be throwing that away. Okay, let's get these staples out. All right. Now then, I'm just gonna, because I know I'm gonna cut it down, I'm just gonna go ahead and tear it right there. That way I can have them all oriented the same way while I'm using my cutter. I got too much stuff and not enough desk here. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to try to do them all at once. We'll do half of them. It's not very thick paper, so I think I can do them half and half. I'm just going to take it and cut it off a little bit at the top. Well, I can pick up that little piece of paper. And I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Like that. Let's see how that will lay on there. See? That'll fit perfect. And I'm probably gonna just jelly plate on over this whole thing in order to make the sides look pretty. Because I want the whole thing to be pretty. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna start with this for right now. We may do some jelly printing in a minute. When I got this all out to do today, I didn't think about doing jelly prints, so I don't have that stuff all out. Okay, ooh, I've got them all out of order now. There we go. Okay, I'm amazed how good those turned out. All right. I didn't need it to be a very big calendar because I'm not going to do a lot of writing on this. This is more just for a reference as I'm going through the weeks. I've got these little tabs, and I'm just going to do a different one for each month. excuse me. And the way these are made, they stick out too far. So I'm probably going to stick them way down in like that and glue them down. I think they'll be more stable that way. But I'll choose 12 of those soon. I just got, well, it looks like I see a few of them I got 2 of, but I thought I just got out 1 of each color that I had. And I have a punch that makes these, but it's very old and it takes a lot of muscle. So I had my husband punch me out a whole bunch of them at one time. I just took him some scrapbook paper I got from the thrift store and I said, punch a bunch of these. And so I have a bunch of them punched out now. I just need to remember to use them. Okay, so we've got that. And we're going to use the tabs and we're going to use the calendar pages. And that's going to be our monthly pages. I'm also wanting to try this thing. I bought this at Michael's when I was getting the stuff to do this. And I've got these pieces of paper that were left over from something else. And I thought they would be good to make little checklists. That turns out to be a much smaller checklist than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's a little smaller than it is on here. I thought it would, you'd think it would be the same. Well, maybe it is the same. It looks smaller. Maybe it is the same. Anyway, I thought I would also do some jelly plating on some of these papers. And some of these are also, well, these are just cardstock. But I thought I could do some jelly plating on those too. And then I would have embellishments and things ready to go that I could add to. But one of the things I want to do on them is make these little checklists. And I want to make these where I can just paper clip them on and then take them out to take with me when I go do my stuff that I need to do. So that's kind of the way I'm thinking right now. So I'm going to pause the video a minute and set it up to do a little bit of jelly plating. Okay, I've got the jelly plate out, and I think I'm going to be a little bit themey when I do this. I'm going to do, and I'm going to do 2 months at a time, so we'll see how this works out. Let's see, let's move these so I don't make a mess. All right, I'm gonna lay these down where I know that pick them up. Uh-oh, that one left a mark. Okay, now then I'm gonna use this glove here. See if I can get some some hearts onto this one. Don't know how recognizable they're going to be as hearts, but anyway. Uh-oh. I meant to get some of this done too. While I was doing that. Okay. Where did I put my, here it is. Okay. Let's pull that up. See what we got here. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Kind of sad a lot of it's going to be covered up, huh? Okay, let's go back here and see what we can pull off. Choose another one to pull off whatever's left on here. I didn't pull up very much. Okay. I think I'm gonna, I usually pull multiple prints alike, but I wanted all of these to be different. So I think I'll do some of these little papers. I'll just put some more paint on here and, let's just mix these two for fun. Hi. I know, I forgot my sign.
We're gonna go get blizzards and
Okay, I'll be in a little bit. Okay. Fixing to have family time, so I'm gonna do a little bit more and then I'll call it a quits for tonight. Okay. I'm going to use this again. Ooh. I had too much paint down there, and so I've got to pull up some more. Okay. Hang these up. These are just copy paper. Except for this one. This one is cardstock. Okay. Couple more. Well, oh, my clips are way down here. Alrighty. Let's see if we can pick up some more on this. Okay. We kind of got a mess on there now. Oh. I'm just going to wipe off a little bit of it. Some of that red come up because I don't want the red on the, too much red at least on the blue side. Because I am going to do the backs of these now. This one and this one. And I think I'm going to use a little bit darker blue on the back. But I'm going to do the same snowflake thing on it. And then I'm going to use a different red too, just for kicks. Oh, maybe out of this. Okay. That's all that. And let's put some of this. This is alizarin crimson. Okay, let's. Okay. Uh-oh. Turned that one over. Oh no. That one was too fragile. Okay. We're going to do the hearts again just because I don't know what else to do on February. Okay. And we will put this back down. And this one back down. And once again, I intended to just do well, that red didn't come up very much, did it? Let's see what happens here. Oh, not much here either. I let it sit too long. Got the heater on here. That's probably why. That one's pretty though. Okay. Well, let's go over that red again. I think I'm gonna, that makes me want to do gold on the back of it just for kicks, so. Oh. Let's just do some over here for fun too. That's too much paint. Once again, the story of my life. I told myself when I got this bigger jelly plate that I was going to use the same amount that I had used on my 8x10, and then I wouldn't get too much paint. But you can see that that hasn't exactly worked out like I planned. Okay. Just going to put this down right up here. And then I'm going to put this one here. This one here. And then some of these. Okay. And put this back in it. Let's just see if we can get any more off. Okay. Woo! That is very interesting. Very interesting. Ooh, I love that. Look at that. That's going to make some beautiful taggy things. Oh, I love that one too. Look at that. Ooh, gorgeous, gorgeous. hang these up on my little clothesline. And that's why it's taking me a minute in between, is because I have to go hang them up. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I may use some of that in my December dailies too, instead of just in my planner. If you like grungy stuff, that was the one for you. Okay. I don't think we can get any more off here, but let's try so we know we're ready to move on. Okay. We've got January and February done. And I think I'm going to use greens for March and maybe some neon colors for April. I don't know. Let's start with this. Oh, can't get the. Okay, let's put some of this down. And let's see what'll happen if we put a little of this pink and some of this yellow behind this. Get some weird something for April here. Okay. This time I'm determined not to get too much paint. Yeah. All right. Oh, I didn't think about any designs for that one. We'll just do some for that. Let's do it over here too. All right, well, that should be interesting. Okay. See what we get. Well, that one has a bubble. Probably not going to be any paint right there. I'm paying attention. Yeah, see? Empty spot. All right, let's see what we got here. There's March. There's April. Well, those are interesting anyway, aren't they? And it's not like it really matters because they're mostly going to be covered up with a calendar, but I do want something fun on the pages. Okay. Now then, we'll let those dry for a minute, and we will do some more something else. Let's do some of these. Let's put some of these neon paints on here. All right, let's see what we can do with that. Okay. See what we can pull up just from the leftover paint. These aren't art pieces anyway. They're going to be checklists and stuff. So, or maybe if they checklist might not show up on it. So then we'll do something else with them. Alrighty. Oh, that's pretty. Just going to lay these over here because I'm running out of clothespins. Oh, those are going to be fun to work with, I think. I'm liking those. Not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I like them. Okay. Let's see if I can get these to lay down flat, because we are going to need to use the wipe-off paper. Let's move these snowflakes out of the way. Oh, there's my other clothespin. So let's see if these are dry enough. We can work on the other side now. Okay. Let's do, what can we do? Well, let's do some more. We'll do this green for this one. And I'm going to go ahead and put down some yellow and some orange over here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's do some of this. Okay. Stir them up like that. We're just having fun. Trying to do some planning for our planner. Oh, there's my family. I'm going to have to go in. Oh, one more. See what it looks like. Okay. And we're going to pause, and I will come back and do a little bit more later. Okay. I put all my strips underneath here so they could flatten out because they were all kind of curly. We've done January, February, let's do this, March, and April. And so we're going to go ahead and carry on here. See how many more we can get done. If I'm running out of time, we'll stop and I'll just work on the ones that we've got done so you can see how I'm going to do it. And then you can finish later. So, all right. I think I'm going to use these doilies to put down my texture for the next couple of them. May and June where I live are a lot alike. So we're just going to go for it here. I think I am going to do I'm just going to do dots of color. And I rarely ever use these and there's not like a ton of them anyway, these little neon paints, and so I'm going to go ahead and oops, I don't know how this is going to work because I'm putting a bunch of colors in here and they will probably mix somewhat, so we'll see. Maybe a mess, but at least it'll be fun. At least it'll be fun. Ooh, got some blue in that already. Okay, now we're going to just see what we can do if we... All right, now then, let's put two of these down. Didn't quite get it in half, but that's all right. Oh, let's just go ahead and... Oh, I've got some little ones. Let's put a couple of these little ones down. Okay. Now then, we're going to... Okay, let's see how this goes. Pull these up. This look pretty cool. Well, you got to be careful with those big ones. They're kind of delicate, especially if you leave them on there a while. And I did leave these on a little while I pulled up those littler ones. Well, the doilies are pretty. I don't know what will actually happen here, but we will see. There may not be enough paint left on here. We'll just have to see. Round and round, where she goes. Like a magic act. Oh, yeah, not a lot came up. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Should have used different paint. I think we're going to do it again. We'll see if we can go a little faster this time, or add a little extra paint. Just going to put these paints on for right now. Oops, knocked some paint off. Okay. Let's try again, see if we can... Tell you what, this time I'm just going to do this. And then... do that. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. I think I left enough paint this time and we'll get a better job off of it. But I don't know for sure. Alrighty. We're going to have to use some different paint, I think. Well, that one turned out pretty good. I like that one. That one definitely needs some more help. Hopefully these are a little better. Okay. Definitely better. Oh, this one's much better. Okay. If you don't like the grungy look, then you probably aren't going to like these. But I do. I like all the different colors of paint coming up, along with the texture from the doily. Get off these little doily pieces. It's the only bad thing about using doilies. Okay. Let's find a place to lay this one so it can dry. Because it's still usable. Even if it's torn, you can use it in collage. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some more. Then we'll do the backs of those. Let's see. It's hard to decide what colors I want to use. Let's use some bright green and oh, I just don't have much blue. Huh. I guess we'll use this blue. Okay. A lot of paint that time. You can overdo it. You really can. And I do quite often overdo it. Okay, let's see. Let me find my big flower stencil. Let's put that down there. I probably should have put some paint underneath this because all we're going to get is this the shape underneath the stencil on the on my actual pages. Oh, that makes pretty paper though, doesn't it? Love that. Okay, let's just go ahead and give it a try here. See what happens. We'll do. It's a lot harder to get the print to come up through the stencil on this heavy paper than it is on deli paper. I probably should have done this first when there was still more paint on here. Let's see if we can. Okay. Let's hang this one up. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, that's pretty. I like that. Here too. Very nice. Okay, now then let's take this off and put it down over here. And let's go ahead and put these down for the other side. There you go. Oh, let's take this off the paper before it sticks. Ooh, that looks nice, doesn't it? I like that. See if we can get off a little bit more. That really felt like it was still pretty painty. We got off some of it. Oh, dropped my page. Okay, now let's pull these up and see what we got on the other side. Oh, very nice. I like that. Very nice, very nice. Oh. The only problem is that a lot of, well, no, we'll do this on the opposite side, so it'll be okay. Not the side where we'll put the calendar on this side, and this can be the art side. Okay. Now then, there's hang these up to dry. Oh. Okay. I'm going to see if we can pull up some of this with something underneath it onto a couple more. Well, maybe we'll just wait a second and do it on the back of those. Let's go ahead and play here a little bit. See how our stamp thing works on some of these. Let's try that one. And that one's light enough. And this one. And that one. Let's see if we can see what'll happen. Now, where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see what happens here. It's not very dark. Can you see that? I mean, you can see it, but it doesn't show up just real well. I think I'm very disappointed in that stamp, actually. It just doesn't ink up very well. So, yeah, that's a disappointment. Okay, don't buy that. It's the Create 365 Happy Planner stamp. It just barely inks at all. And I don't know how you would even get in there to re-ink it. Unless it's, I don't know. Anyway, that's money that would have been better spent somewhere else. Okay, let's see if these are dry enough to work on. And I think they are. So let's go ahead and, we're going to go ahead and do the backs of these. And okay, put those right there. And I was going to put a color behind this and then see what we can pull up. Let's just do some gold. That'll be fun. Hopefully it'll pick up. Probably got too much paint. Since I always get too much paint. Yep, too much paint. If you want to pick up the stuff that's dried on the plate, you need to do a light coat of paint. And that's what I want to do. So that means that we'll be rolling off a bunch of paint. That's all right. These papers always get used for something too, so. All right. I may have took too much paint off this time. Who knows? We will see what happens. Yeah, got it on my hand. That's what happens when you don't quite cover up the edge. And this deli paper is just exactly the size of this plate, and so I got a little too much over here, so there wasn't enough to go over here. Okay. Oh, there you go. That looks nice. I think that was worth it. Oh, that one's even better. Okay. So now we've got 8 done. So we need to do 4 more. Let's see. That paper's very wet. Okay. I think I want to use this. And so let's do some purple. All right, let's bring this down. Pick that up and put it on here. Okay. And I should have pulled off some of that extra paint. Because I really want to let this dry and then add another one behind it so that the flowers will be a different color from the background. But I wasn't thinking about, I should have pulled off some of the extra paint. So I'm going to pause the video because it's going to take this a little bit to dry. And when it's dry, I'll be back. I decided I didn't want to wait that long. And y'all might as well be in on the experiment I'm going to try. I'm just going to very, very lightly pull some of this up. That's what I pulled up. And now then we can let it dry a little bit. Oh, there's my dog wanting in. Just a second. Come on. Be careful. Walk slow. Don't knock over my paint. Okay, go to the door and lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Oh. Lay down right there. Okay, well that pulled off a lot of what I wanted to stay on. Okay. We're going to just use some Pink Craft paint behind it. It's not completely dry. We're just going to see what happens. All right. Let's put them down real quick because it's going to Might be too dry if we don't hurry. Okay, well, the deli paper picked it up really nicely. So I'm hoping that means this paper will too. It's always a little scary right now that okay, that's pretty. You can't, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it picked up a little bit of gold too. I really like that. Okay. Now we're gonna let these two dry for a minute while we do two more, and then we'll do the backs of these. Okay. Let's get those out of the way. Okay. So let's go with some fall colors. I'm going to do copper and purple for these last two. But at least I'm going to do copper and purple for this one. And I'm going to do blue and snowflakes again for this one. Because this will be November and December. So let's see. Let's bring in these bigger snowflakes. And some leaves for the copper and purple. So the blue will work fine with the snowflakes because we want the snowflakes to be white, and that's what the background will be. But the copper and the purple are not gonna we're just gonna do one with these. And then we will do leaves on top, because if we don't, we will end up having white leaves, and that's not what we want. Okay. There we go. add some more to this one. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Okay, that looks good. And that one's our background. We will let those dry while we go back and put something on the back of these. So that's like what you're always doing, is letting things dry while you do something else. Or do something else while you let things dry, however you want to say that. Okay. We're going to do something with this one. Oh. And this one for the backs of those other ones. Okay, let's stick those under there. All right, because we're doing something like these, I think it'll be okay to leave that underneath. It won't matter. But that will still leave a lot of, I'm not very good at leaving white space, as you can tell, but I'm going to on these. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right. I'll work my way up here. I'm going to do this turquoise and just put it over the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to put this stencil down here and this one down here. Okay. Now I'm trying to think. I think the best way to do it. Where is that? Oh, here it is. For this one is to just go like that. That won't be easy to keep in one place. Oh, that turned out pretty good. Okay. And now this one. That one didn't work so well. So we're going to do something different with it. Let's see if we can. It's not really wanting to leave the pattern and come up. Okay. Ooh. That is pretty. That's going to go on the back of one of these. This one, I'm going to go ahead and add some paint over that. And then pull this back up on here. There we go. Let's use, okay, where did it go? Here we go. We're going to just use this unbleached titanium over here, and we're going to leave that alone for now. Oops. The leaves are getting messed up. All right. Let's try this again. When you want to clean your plate, if you put something like that over the top of your stuff in a really light coat, and then use the deli paper, it usually does a pretty good job of pulling it off. Better than the other papers generally. We will see if that proves to be true right now. Yeah, see? That did a pretty good job of pulling that off. All right, let's see what we got here. Hopefully it's good. Oh, this is pulling off pretty clean. That makes me hopeful. What we got? Snowflakes and doily all in one plate. That is interesting. I forgot about the snowflakes under there. It's got lots of texture anyway. Okay. Let's see if this is dry. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. I'm going to leave this one just like that. And this one, I'm going to put on here. And I think I'm going to put some gold behind it. Where did the gold go? Oh, right here. La la la. Okay. Trying to not use too much. Okay. I'm going to put this right here. And then jelly paper on it. Okay, we pulled up quite a bit of stuff with that. Let's see if we can do this as good with this. Oh, I think we did. Look how clean that plate is. Oh, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now we got to do something on that side. Oh, I love that. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Wow, I think that's my favorite one. Oh, let's hang it up here to dry. See if we've got. We're almost through. We need to do the back of this one. And then we need to do something on the front of that bronze one. Because it's just boring. Oh, leaves is what we're going to do on the front of that one. I forgot. Okay. And so, what can we do? I think we'll use these on the back of that. I know flowers don't belong in December, but let's see if we can find a. I have an idea. Just a second. Forgot about this. Okay, see, got a poinsettia. So we will do that. We're going to do a little gold. And then we're going to pull up some poinsettias. And we'll let the gold dry. Actually, we probably want a pretty light coat if we're going to let it dry. Okay. Now we're going to pull up some of the paint. Let's go ahead and do it everywhere. We're waiting on it to dry anyway. Okay. We'll let this one dry. And then we'll put some red on it. And hopefully the red will go into the poinsettias. It should be pretty, I think. I think it should. Okay. It shouldn't take too long to dry. while that's drying, let's look at these little papers that we made. I don't know how I'm going to use them yet, but we made a bunch of them while we were pulling up stuff. I'll find ways to use them. I really like that one. Got a lot of those. I really like these too. Those are really pretty. That's my kind of stuff right there. It looks kind of vintage and grungy all at the same time. That one's real pretty. And then these that we tried to stamp on that didn't work so great. And then these. I like that one too. Anyway, that's those that we've got. So I'm not going to stick them back under there because I don't want them to stick to each other. They need to dry overnight. So okay, I think that is good. Now, what kind of red are we going to use? Okay, this is Tuscan red. I think that's what we're going to use. I'm trying to not use too much. A little gloopy bit. Okay. I'm going to put this down right here. And then put this down, see what we can pick up with it. This will be good to collage into my Christmas and for December dailies. This deli paper, it really collages in nicely. So we'll see what we can pick up with it. I may have hem-hawed around so long trying to decide what to put down there that it all got dry. Okay. We got some stuff on it. Okay. Here we go. See what happens. All right. Well, it didn't do as good as I wanted, but I'm gonna be happy with it. I'm gonna be happy with it. Most of the calendar will cover up a lot of it anyway, so it will be fine. Okay, now I'm going to put this up. Where did I put my cover? There it is. Okay, we will cover that up and put it out of the way. Oh, I forgot about the putting leaves on the bronze one. We may just not worry about it right now. I forgot I had planned to do that. It managed to stay. Oh, Lisa, good grief. Okay. Okay, here are these. And where did I put my other stuff? The calendars and the tags. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do a few so you can see what I was talking about. I really like this. The only problem is when you're working with it like this, that of course you could take the page out and work on it. That's one reason I did it this way. So I still think I'm going to do this book like this. It's going to open the opposite of how it usually does. And I can work up here because I can take the pages out. All right, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so January, our poor boring little little calendar piece is going to go right like that. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So it's decorated around, and then we'll put our tab on it. So let's go ahead and glue that down. What to do with my glue stick? Oh. Okay. Kind of amazed at how wet this glue still is. It's just been sitting in a drawer for probably 2 years. I totally forgot I had it until I saw it yesterday. I was looking for some glue sticks because I ran out of my other one. Alrighty. Alright, there's January's calendar page. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put the tabs along here. Although that'll cover up some of the... Alright, let's put this in the book and see where the tabs need to go. Because I don't want to do it and then wish I'd done it a different way. Because I don't know how much extra space we've got. So we have a little bit of extra space up here. We've got more extra space on these sides, which makes me want to do it there. But it won't mess up my you know, the tabs as you're going down will eventually be in here. So I think it's better to do it up here. I think it's better. So let's see how much space we've got. We don't have a lot of space. We're going to use this one because it matches. Oh, you can't see it, but it matches pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. Oh, my hands, look at that. Oh, yuck. All right, let's... Okay. And if we make it come down to about here, like I said we were going to, that'll stick out beyond the book a little bit. I think I'm going to go in a little more than I thought I was. Like about there. All right. First we need to write January on here because if I try to write it once it's in there, it won't happen. It'll be really bad. Okay, January. Now we need to put some glue on it. And I need something. I have a piece of parchment paper here somewhere. Well, we'll just use one of these because I have it handy. Sorry, that's shading everything. Okay. Here's the paper. Okay, so there's the tab for January. There's January's calendar page. I'm not going to put it in the book because it needs to dry still. But I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's move on. Here's February. I think that looks more like an art page, and this will be my calendar page. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what we've got in here. It's bound to be something. We could use that one, but it doesn't go necessarily. I don't guess it has to match. It just, I thought I had a red and white striped one in here. There it is. We'll use the red and white striped one. Go lay down, Cubby. Go lay down. Alrighty. Now we'll write February. It's not very easy to see on that, but I can see it. Okay, we've got this one here. So we want this one to go like right there. All right. Okay, let's see how good I did. Okay, that's not bad. January and February. And now March. I think we'll cover that up. Although I could do more stuff on it because it's kind of a blank slate still. Okay, we'll do it that way. Let's put those over there. Ooh, almost did it upside down. All right. And so what can we use here? Let's use this one. That's kind of interesting. Probably looks more like Easter than it does St. Patrick's Day, which is why I chose green. Okay. And let's find a place that doesn't have any glue on it. Let's see. Forgot to measure and see where I wanted it to go. I may have gone over too far. A little bit. Oh well. Yep, it's just going to be that way. Okay. And now April. I think, well, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Well, I think we're going to do this because I kind of hate to cover up all that other. Alrighty. Missed a little bit here, I can tell, because it's lifting up. Alrighty. Hard to decide what to go with. I think we'll go with this one because it kind of matches over there, even though we're going to put it on this side. Okay. April. Let's see where March is. Okay. We'll do April there. And let's see, we got, I don't remember which ones we did next. Okay, it was these. Okay. We're going to do one like this for May. We'll save that one. We'll do this one for May and this one for June. Or the other way around. Okay, let's see. Yep, we're going to do that for May. Oops. Stuck on some previous glue that I didn't realize was there. That's not a happy thing. Okay, let's see. I got some. Right there that needs to be glued down. Okay. We want May to be right there. And let's do this pink one. All right, we're going to do May right there. Okay. So far they line up like that. I think that's going to work out okay. And then we're going to do June like this. I wish I didn't have so much white space right there, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's better than plain white paper. And June. I think I want to do something bright for June. It's a very bright. We'll do this purple. Let's see what's that. Okay, that's not so bright. So we'll do the purple for June. Oops. Oh dear. All right, there's June. So there's the first 6 months. And I'll do the last 6 months and then I'll just come back and show them to you. I'm not going to make you sit through the rest of them. All righty. I'm going to pause it a minute while I do. Okay, well, we may be changing directions here. After doing these 12 pages, you can see how fluffy they are, and we've only worked on one side of them. These are the 52 pages for the weeks of the year. There's no way this little binder is going to hold all of that once I put paint on it. It's awkward even now. So I think I'm going to be shifting gears, and I'm going to move into this book I will have to repunch the holes, but the pages are the same size as what's used in this book, pretty much. So that may be what I have to do. Just keep the center hole, because these are a little longer, see? So I can keep the center hole, and I'll just have to repunch all the other holes. I don't know how else to do it. But this one it's a cute little binder. I got it, at the thrift store cheap. Maybe I can do something else with it, but by the time I put stuff on these pages, it's not going to work. And this is bigger, so I think it will work better. So we're going to be changing up. I think my next one, I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit. And it looks pretty good on the back, and the binding here looks pretty good. This, not so great. So so I may do something on the front of it if I can't get it to clean up good. Let's just try for kicks, see what a baby wipe will do. I don't know. No, whatever it is, it's I don't know if it's something stuck to it or if it's but it's not wanting to come off. If I use something like alcohol or something, it'll take the paint off too, I think. Whatever that is doesn't want to come off. Anyway, I'm going to do something to this, and this is probably going to be my my planner instead of this. And that's why you pre-plan your planner. You pre-plan to plan when you're planning a planner. Oh, anyway, it's obviously been a long day. Oh, see you in the next installment of Planning the Planner. God bless you. Bye-bye.